Hello everybody, the Teenage Investor here. Today we're talking about dividend investing terms every single investor needs to know. So today I'll be giving you some definitions all about dividends and dividend paying companies, and you can see for yourself if you'd like to invest in dividend paying companies. So number one, what is a dividend? So basically, a dividend is a piece of a public company's earnings that the board of directors has decided to divide among all of its investors as a means of compensating them for being a shareholder in that company. Companies that pay a dividend usually trade at a premium since it is seen as a relatively safe passive income source. So basically, any company that gives out a dividend or that pays out a dividend to its shareholders usually sells for a premium. So let's say a company is valued at $1 billion. That's their the book value. Well, if it would pay a dividend, people would be willing to pay much more for it, whereas if they didn't. So basically, that just sums it up kind of for you. Number two, what is a dividend payout ratio? Okay, so this is one of the most important things to look at when you're looking at a company who pays out a dividend, because it can show you the potential for the dividend growth within the period you hold them for. So basically, what the dividend payout ratio is the amount of dividends they're paying out relative to their earnings. So basically, the lower it is, the better, because it shows that the company would be able to raise the dividend if they wanted to. So it's pretty much a percentage of their net income that they pay out in dividends yearly. So basically, I'll give an example here. Coca-Cola pays out 76% of net income to their shareholders, whereas Disney pays out 25% of their net income to shareholders. So if they really wanted to, they can grow that dividend to 50, 60%, even 75%, right? So the lower you want, the lower you can find, the better it is, because you're looking for growth in the long term. So let's say it's giving out $1 today. In the next 2 years, it can grow to $2 basically. So the lower it is, the better it is for you. Okay, so number three, we have dividend analysis definition. So we're just going to be looking at a normal dividend sheet, and we're going to see what everything means. So basically, we're going to be looking at Disney's most recent announced dividend. Okay, so we're looking at the one that was announced on June 29, 2017, basically. So the top one right there. So number one, we have the X date, or the effective date. What that is that's the date that the stock price does not include dividend anymore. So basically, the price of the stock that day usually goes down by the amount of the dividend. So basically, if they're paying out a $1 dividend, their stock will usually go down $1 on that day. Now, the type is pretty much how they pay it out. Usually it's cash. The cash amount is the amount of the dividend per share. Declaration date is the date that the board of directors declares that there will be a dividend paid. Record date is the day that all shareholders are recorded. So that's the day that you have to own the stock for you to get the actual dividend paid to you. And the payment date is when they actually pay out the dividend and you receive the actual money. And number four, and lastly here, guys, we have the special dividends. What this pretty much is, it's, let's say a company has been doing phenomenal, and they just want to, compensate shareholders, or let's say they're having a special event, let's say it's their 100th birthday, or they have something going on, whatever, they can always put in a special dividend, and usually they make up a price. For an example here, I have Wynn Resorts. They've paid out a special dividend, I think once, that was $8, and usually their normal dividend is much lower than that. So you can see how these are just for special events, and they don't happen too often, but when they do happen, it's amazing. But that's pretty much it, guys. These are the dividend investing terms every investor needs to know. But thank you for watching, guys, and until the next, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe down below, and until the next video, have a great day.